Well, I will go first. And General Studies 300, because of the huge number of students, although not as many as the business school, which I am suitably impressed with your coordination abilities, we do have a lot of students, and we do have a lot of people in the classroom in various roles. The peer mentors are part of our teaching team. That's what we call ourselves. Even though Dr. Glasberg does the big lectures, he still treats everybody equally as teachers and collaborators in the classroom and outside of the classroom. So for that reason, we call ourselves a teaching team. Even though I'm a full-time instructor and I teach other courses, I still work with him as a TA. And the peer mentors work with us. That can lead to some challenges in terms of role differentiation. It can lead to some confusions for students in the classroom about who marks what. Primarily, that's what they're concerned with, inevitably. Who marks what, and are peer mentors responsible for grading? And so it really becomes important early on in our course for us and Dr. Glasberg to differentiate between what a peer mentor is, what a TA is, and then what he is as the host instructor. So for that reason, we start out very early in the class by introducing them, similar to what the business school does, introducing them with some credibility, showing that they have a level of expertise. Often these peer mentors come in as ex-students of General Studies 300. It's one of those classes that is instrumental in a student's life, and it really has either you love it or you hate it kind of reaction. And the students who love it want to come back. And so that's why I've had 14 peer mentors, because they never want to leave the class, essentially. They want to come back in a different role and help their peers go through that transformative process that they went through as students. So for that reason, we give them a lot of credibility right at the beginning of every semester and throughout, encouraging students who are first taking General Studies 300 to use these peer mentors as mini experts, not content experts, but as experts at being able to synthesize this very difficult material. And because the peer mentors are closer in age to most of the students, they have an easier time facilitating how this course affects their lives directly, because sometimes students fail to see that. They fail to see how university classes have any effect on their everyday lives. And peer mentors are instrumental in this class of showing them just how important it is to read the classics, and how important it is to synthesize those big ideas, and how we're all connected to those big ideas in Western Civ. So that becomes the primary role for the peer mentors in General Studies 300 as facilitators, as experts in their field at discussing these big ideas. And it's proven to be quite successful. One of the challenges, like I said, is the role differentiation, but I think one of the strengths of incorporating the peer mentor into a teaching team unit is the effect that has on the peer mentor. We talk lots about the effect that peer mentors have on students, but this program also has an effect on the people who are engaged as peer mentors. They become learners. They become facilitators. They realize they have talents that they might not have had before. They thought they didn't have before. My present-day peer mentor, and the one currently I'm working with, had no notion that she wanted to be a teacher before she started this. And just last week she said to me, she said, I think I really want to go into the education profession. I said, okay, sure. But for her, beginning in September, she just thought she wanted to come back because she loved the course. She wanted to talk about these ideas with her peers. Now she's starting to see that she has some strengths as an educator and a facilitator. And I think that's one of the benefits of this program is, sure, engaging students in classes, but it's also engaging peer mentors with their own learning, and with their, because they're often senior students, so they're at that crossroads of leaving us and going out into the world, sometimes they don't know what they're going to do, and I think this really focuses for a lot of them what their talents are. So, those are my thoughts on the peer mentoring program. I think it's wonderful. I think that the biggest thing I can say is that I see peer mentors growing with this program, not just the students who they are mentoring, but they themselves. And that's a great thing. And I'll turn it over to Marcia.